Okay, so let's have the second problem. So the flat plate shown is acted by three couples. Replace three couples with one couple vector. Two force, one acting line. OP, may kadugtong yan. Okay, and then, ito yung kadugtong. Oops. Yan, yung kadugtong ka na. So, one acting along the line OP and the other is acting on A. And three, the smallest pair of forces with one force acting on point O and the other one is acting at point A. Alright. Unahin muna natin yung first. So, couple vector. So, again, kung papansin ninyo, lahat ng ating forces lies on the XY plane. So, ibig sabihin, yung couple natin, if that is X cross Y, so you will be having on the Z. So, it means lahat kayo. Ang gagawin natin, i-transfer natin into lahat sa couple, no? So, ito una natin. So, ito yung unang pair. Ito, lagyan natin ng second pair. And then, ito syempre yung pangatlo, no? So, automatic na couple na siya. So, lagyan natin ng couple 1. So, couple 1, okay? 150, and then their distance is 3. So, that is equal to 150 times 3. So, that's around 450. Okay? So, 450. And then, you will be having here on this direction, counterclockwise. Again, kung counterclockwise siya, is it plus K or minus K? So, check nyo kung nasan yung pinaka-Z niya na, no? So, nandito yung pinaka-Z niya. Okay? So, again, X cross Y. Okay? So, kung magmumula ka sa X, papunta sa Y, yung right thumb mo, papuntang paganto yung Z. Sabihin, kung iikot ng paganto yung Z mo, that is a positive. So, this one is 450K. Positive direction. How about the 2? So, yung 2 natin, we have 60 times 5. So, 60 times 5 equals to 300. And then, ang rotation niya, it is a clockwise manner. Okay? So, kung clockwise siya, parang pa ganun. Okay? So, ito yung negative Z. Okay? Kung clockwise siya, pa ganun siya. Okay? So, you will be having here negative 300. Okay? And then, yung C3 natin, again, so you will be having here 350. And that is, again, a clockwise manner. So, you will be having negative 350 of K. So, yung resultant natin, yung couple vector natin, 450 K minus 300K, then minus 350K. So, you will be having here 450 minus 300 minus 350, negative 200K. Okay? Or, yung CR natin, it is 200 pound inch, and then you'll be having here a clockwise manner. Okay, so again, this is in pound inch. So this is now the answer for number 1. So that is a couple vector, para lang tayong nag-take ng resultant. Okay, sabi niya, replace these couples with one couple vector. So yun na yun, 200 pound na clockwise in manner. So, number 2, two forces acting along the line OP. So, ito yung isang line OP ko. Okay? Kailangan makapag-create ako dito ng clockwise manner. So, I will be having here this one. And then, yung isa daw, dapat, syempre, para makapag-create ka, parallel dun sa isa. Hindi natin alam kung ano yun, yung perpendicular distance na yun. Pero, dapat, makakuha tayo dun. And that should be your perpendicular distance. Now, when it comes to the perpendicular distance, para akong nakapag-create ng isang right triangle na meron akong 30 degrees doon. Okay? And then this distance is 3 inches by 5 inches. So, this is around 8. Okay? So, para lang akong merong, okay, ganito. Oops. Nahin ko muna to. Para kami ganyan, and this is the 8 inches, and this is around 30 degrees. Ito yung hinahanap kong D. Okay? So, it seems that it is just equals to 8, Yung D natin is 8 sine of 30 degrees. So 8 sine of 30, so that's around 4 inches. Okay? In short, kung magkakaroon ako ng forces, okay, along this one, which is our F, and then along this one, which is F, and then F, okay, ano yung two forces na yon? So, F multiplied it by 4 inches, so that should be 200 pounds, inches. Okay? So, ang F ko dito, it's just equals to 50 pounds. Okay? So, this is the force that is needed to act on the line OP and on the line A to produce a 200-pound force. So, equivalent din siya. Okay? And lastly, ano daw yung smallest pair of force with one acting on point O and then the other one is acting at point A. So, nasan yon? So, this is 2 and then this is 3. Ito yung point O and then this is the point A. So, point O and then you have here the point A. So, technically, so kung iyan na yung distance niyan, iyan na yung 8 mo. 8 inches. Okay? So, kailangan yung dalawang forces mo forces mo doon, they should be parallel and perpendicular to the distance. So, kuha tayo ng perpendicular line dyan. Yan. So, dapat acting dyan yung dalawang force. And it should rotate clockwise manner. So, I will be having here, ito siguro is pataas, and then this one is pababa. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung force F ko na yun. Pero, ang alam ko, pag minultiply ko yung force multiplied by 8, and it should be 200 pound each. So, you will be having here 200 divided by 8. So, yung F mo dyan is equals to 25 pounds. Okay? So, ganun lang yung couple para dito sa problem na to. Okay? So, any question on that? And then lastly, sige, ituloy ko na. Okay. Ito. Okay, so delete ko na to. Sige, sulat nyo, paki-post na lang. Okay. Because section of piping is acted by 3 couples shown. Una, determine the magnitude of the resultant couple vector CR and its direction cosines. Okay, so nahanap yung ating directional cosines. Okay, so given that the magnitudes C1, C2, and then C3. Okay. Dito, pinakamaganda niyan, okay, tingnan natin kung paano nag-a-act yung ating mga okay. Yung couple C1, okay, yung C1 natin, pag ganito siya, no, paikot. Okay. So, dapat yung pinaka force vector ko, dapat yung pinaka force vector ko, okay, pag ganun. Okay? Right thumb ba? Right thumb rule, pababa. Okay. How about this one? Yung aking C2. So, yung C2 ko, again, force vector. Pag ganon, paano dapat? Pataas, pababa. Okay, so dapat pag ganito, no? Okay? Pero, this C3, paano dapat ang aking C3? Kasi yung ruler ko eh. So, we will be having here C3. Ay, baguhin ko pala yung kulay. Green. I will be having here. Dapat, pag ganyan siya. Okay. So, pwede nyong gawin ang gawin natin, pwede nyo gawin is through coordinates, no? So, para hindi kayo malito, pwedeng coordinates. Pero kung sanay na kayo, katulad nito, yung aking C1, it lies on the YZ plane. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang gagawin ko na lang dyan, kukunin ko na lang yung aking, tawag dito, slope. So, pwede kong kunin yung slope ko. So, 0.4, 0.5, para di ka mahirapan, times mo na lang parehas by 10, no? So, you have your 4, and then you have your 5. Okay? So, square root of 5 squared plus 4 squared. So, you will have it here, square root of 41. Okay? So, punta ako sa C1. Okay? So, I will be having here the C1. So, ang C1 ko is 50 Newton meter. Okay? Ngayon, yung X ko, wala. So, yung C1X is 0, no? Bakit? Yung couple ko, it lies on the Y and then Z. Okay. Now, for the Y, C1Y, ito yung horizontal component, no? Kasi ito yung Y ko eh. So, horizontal component siya ng C1. Tapos, it is directed to the positive Y. So, you will be having here positive 4 all over square root of 41 and then multiply it by 50. Okay, so you will be having here this one. So that is 4 times 50 divided by the square root of 41. So that is around 31.23 Newton meter. Okay, and then C1Z, that is the vertical component, no? Kaya lang pababa siya. Kaya you will be having here negative 5 all over square root of 41 multiplied it by 50. So, negative 5 multiplied it by 50 all over square root of 41. So, that's negative 39.04. Okay? So, yung palang C1 ko, that would be 0I plus 31.23 of J minus 39.04 of K. Okay? So, you may use the, ano tawag natin doon? You may use the coordinate system to verify that. Okay? So, dapat ganyan na makuha nyo. So, 31.23 squared plus 39.04 squared. So, again, it should be 50. Okay? So, I'm giving you another method, no? Through the geometry. Okay? Next, yung C2 naman. Yung C2 natin, that is 90 Newton meter. Okay? But kung titingnan nyo, si 90 Newton meter, it is directed exactly on the X. Positive X direction. So, I could have Z2X equals to 90. C2Y is 0 and C2Z is also 0. No? Basta yung isang force or isang yung couple natin at acting exactly on an axis, the rest of the two axes is 0 in components. In short, yung C2 ko, I will be having here 90I plus 0J plus 0K. Okay? Next. Punta naman tayo dito sa aking C3. Ito yung medyo nakakalito ng content, no? Okay. Alright. Dito, pinakamaganda, pwede kang gumamit ng coordinate. Pero again, sabi ko nga, hindi tayo, dito sa method na gagawin ko, by geometry tayo, no? Okay. Kukunin lang natin yung, kasi para siyang box eh. Okay. Kunin mo yung box na, sorry. I will change the color. Okay? So, pwede kong kunin yung box na to. Yan. Tapos yung iyon. Makita nyo yun. Oop. Oop. Yan. Okay? Yung diagonal niya, no? Yung pinaka-diagonal natin. So, yung pinaka-length from A to B. Okay? Segment A to B. So that is equal to 0.3 squared, square root 0.3 squared plus 0.2 squared plus 0.6 squared. Okay, so ayan siya. So yung line AB natin or segment AB, exactly 0.3 squared plus 0.2 squared plus 0.6 squared. So that is 0.7. Okay? So since meron akong C3 which is equal to 140, okay, so for the C3x, ang gagawin ko, kukunin ko lang yung side ng box na parallel sa x. Nasaan yun? Ito yung side na parallel sa x, which is 0.2. So you will be having here 0.2 all over yung pinaka-hypotenuse, which is 0.7, and then multiplied it by 140. Para lang ako nagsisimilar triangle, ano? How about if it is positive or negative? So since yung pinaka-vector ko, which is going from A to B, okay, para siyang against. Okay, kasi kumaga dito nag-origin yan, parang pag ganun siya, pag ganito, at saka pag ganyan. Okay, yan yung mga component niya, no? So ito yung C3X, ito yung C3Y, and then ito yung C3Z. Okay? So papansinin nyo, that is directed on the negative. So you will be having there the negative value. So that is negative 0.2 times 140 all over 0.7. So you will be having here negative 40. So C3Y. So again, that is directed the negative y. So you will be having here negative. And then yung side ng box na parallel sa y is 0.3. So 0.3 all over 0.7. So you will be having here 140. So negative 0.3 all over 0.7 multiplied it by 140. So you have here negative 60. And then yung C3Z ko, that is now a directed to the positive z, so you will be having here plus. The box side is 0.6 all over 0.7 of 140. So that is 0.6 all over 0.7 of 140. So that's around 120. So ang C3 ko, so I have here negative 40i minus 60j plus 120k. Okay? So meron akong tatlo. Isa, dalawa, and then tatlo. Okay? So yung aking resultant, that is just equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So I will be having here yung C1, 0, 90, and then 40. So you will be having here 50i. And then 31.23 plus 0 minus 60. So you will be having here negative 28.77 of j. Lastly, negative 39.04 plus 0 plus 120. So you will be having here plus 80.96 of k. Okay, so this is now your resultant couple for this problem. Okay, however, pinapahanap sa atin, it's the direction cosines. Okay, so para makuha natin yung direction cosines, di ba, yung theta x, okay, baguhin yung kulay. So, di ba, yung theta x natin, that is equals to cosine negative 1 of CRX all over CR. Okay? Meron na tayong CRX which is 50. Kunin na lang natin muna si CR. Okay, vector yan. So, CR natin, that is square root of 50 squared plus 28.77 squared plus 80.96 squared. Okay, so you will be having here square root of 50 squared plus 28.77 squared plus 80.96 squared. Okay, or that's around 99.41 Newton meter. Okay? So, kunin natin si theta x. So, that is cosine negative 1, 50 positive all over 99.41. So, you will be having here our cosine 50 all over 99.41. So, that's 59.8 degrees. Theta y, cosine negative 1, negative 28.77 all over 99.41. So, we expect it to be an obtuse. Okay, kasi nag-negative yung ating value. So, that is negative 28.77. So, that's around 106.82 degrees. And then, yung z natin, positive naman. So, acute angle lang yan. 80.96 divided by 99.41. So, you will be having here 88.96. Okay, so that's 26.51 degrees. Okay? So, ito yung ating tatlong cosine directions. So, this is now the answer for that problem. Alright? So, that's for the couple. Wait lang. Ayun. Okay. So, we will be having here 99.41. Okay? So, pag that is the direction of our, pero directional cosine pala yung hinahanap, ano? So, pag direction cosines, i-cosine nyo lang to. Okay, in short, eto na siya. Yung values na to. Okay, yan na yung direction cosines mo, no? So, yung cosine of theta x. Okay? So, that is 50 divided by 99.41. So, that's 0.503. And then, cosine of theta y. Cosine of 106.82. Okay, so negative 0.289. And then cosine z. Cosine of 36.51. Okay, so that's 0.895. Okay. Direction cosine pa rin. Okay. Pag direction cosines, yun siya. Pero pag direction of the vector, okay, or directional angle, ayun, mas tamang term is when we are asking for the directional angle, ito yung sagot. Pag tinanong is the direction cosines, and then ito yung sagot na. So, parang ikinosine lang natin sila. Okay? So, you will be having here the answer for that problem. Okay? Question, if no more, and then we may proceed with the other one.